Hello everyone, welcome to another video with me, Winter Android, with another video of Weekly on which this week, the anime I'm talking about is I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History. So yeah, another Villainess anime of course, but this time, Alicia here actually wants to be the Villainess. Though she's not actually that good at being one, so yeah. But at the very least, Alicia isn't actually a dense protagonist for once, so yeah, she's actually smart and is actually able to realize that things are diverging from the game's story. So that is a major plus in my book right there when it comes to this. And then you also got Liz, the Saint, of course, which seems to be unconsciously charming everyone around her, from what I can tell so far. So she basically has a blind cult following around her that believes everything she says and doesn't think she can do anything wrong, which basically has put herself into her own echo chamber that she doesn't even realize she created. For some reason that kind of reminds me of reality a bit, but whatever. But yeah, when it comes to that whole charm thing there, at the very least a few characters don't seem to be affected by it, or at the very least just the prince isn't affected by it. But yeah, Liz really only got worse in that previous episode this week. So yeah, seriously, what the fuck was with that naive gaslighting from her? It's just my God, she's supposed to be the saint, right? For fuck's sake, so what the hell's going on here? But yeah, honestly pretty good. Definitely one of the better Villainous anime, that is for sure, without question. But yeah, that's all I currently have to really say for that. So moving on to mentioning Azur Lane once again here, in which, yeah, for the whole Tempesta stuff, got all the Tempesta ships for the event, managed to get all of them but Golden Hide from the other build pool, so yeah, missed out on one of them, but yeah, at least I get to build up my cubes again over the next week, considering we have no event for the next week, thankfully, because I ended up burning through all the cubes I had built up for that stuff. But yeah, Age of History 3, yeah. Guess kind of mention something for that, considering how things are currently going with the Scotland series there currently. And yeah, I don't think I'm doing any more world conquests anymore. Cause yeah, once I get to the point where I have solidified my spot in first place, the game kind of just becomes boring. Because there's so little to do at that point and everything is just so easy. And just how much of the game is just waiting to be able to fight more wars basically. So yeah. And also that mod for the peace trees honestly isn't that good, I feel like. Considering it is just abused way too fucking easily. I'll probably keep the mod, to be honest, considering it's very useful when it comes to dealing with alliances and stuff. But I think I'm going to just try my best to avoid abusing it too much and avoid fighting coalitions. I think that's more or less what I'm going to be doing from here on out at this point for Age of History 3. So that basically means the series, each series I do for Age of History 3 is probably going to be shorter than what they were for Age of History 2. So probably not even going to get up to 6 episodes maybe. Not exactly sure. But yeah, I guess since I refrained from talking about the election last week, I'll be doing it this week. So yeah, with this election here, I honestly kind of really did not expect to get the results on election night. So that was honestly a very nice surprise. But yeah, honestly, turned out exactly how I expected for the most part. Trump winning every single swing state, considering that was easy for me to tell, considering Trump has always underperformed in the polls, and the polls were basically dead even or a slight advantage for Trump. So, yeah, he is always going to win all the swing states as far as I can tell. But yeah, Trump is now the second president to get 2 non-consecutive terms. So yeah, Grover Cleveland's no longer has that thing as something special about him, though that also means he does share something with what is probably now the most historic president in the United States history. Considering, honestly, at this point, with Trump, with how much crap has happened here at this point for him, he is easily the most historic president in our history here. And it's probably going to be quite a while before we have someone that outdoes Trump in that regard. But yeah, another surprise I guess for the election is just how well Trump did when it comes to the popular vote, considering he was up by 5 million, though that margin is slowly decreasing as California, Oregon, and Washington ever so slowly count their fucking votes because for some reason they aren't able to get those done within 24 hours. Hell, even 48 hours. And also same applies to fucking Arizona and Nevada. Seriously, what the fuck is with all those states along the west coast that makes them unable to count their votes quickly? Considering you got Florida, who honestly, the rest of the country should take Florida as an example of how to do fucking election, considering they counted all their votes within like 3 hours, for fuck's sakes. It's like, why cannot the rest of the states do that? Genuinely, why? But yeah, Trump did very well popular vote wise. That was mostly as a result of just a massive rightward shift across the entire fucking country. That was so big that he got New Jersey within 5 points, for fuck's sakes. Which is honestly probably one of the biggest surprises of the election. Just how close New Jersey ended up being. Considering 5 points is basically battleground margins. So, considering that, New Jersey was apparently a battleground state and no one fucking realized. Then also you got Minnesota, New Hampshire, and I guess you can toss in Virginia as well, considering that just barely escapes that 5-point margin. So yeah, I guess there was another 4 battleground states, swing states there in this election that's no one really paid attention to very much. Yeah. Then you got all the rest of the states in New England where Trump did pretty well in all honesty. It's like Connecticut and Rhode Island were within 10 points, for fuck's sakes. It's just, Jesus. The amount of ground that Trump managed to gain in all those deep blue states is honestly a bit crazy. And if future Republicans are able to continue doing that, the Democrat Party is going to have to go through some major reform, or they're basically doomed to die and get replaced by some other party. But yeah, that's all I really have to say when it comes to all that stuff, so I guess I can move on to CNN, I guess, their coverage of it, at least with their projections and stuff. And honestly, I will honestly give them some credits for seemingly erring on the side of caution when it comes to their projections, considering the only states they really seemed to call instantly the moment the polls closed were states that were literally never in play, had no chance of being in play, like California, Vermont, and most of the red states in all honesty. Considering, yeah, most of the Great Plains, Midwest stuff there, yeah, there was no way that stuff was ever going to be in play in the first place, along with like Kentucky, Tennessee, South area there. Yeah, when it comes to all those states and the super deep blue states, basically those are the only ones that CNN instantly projected, unlike like Fox, who was still basically calling a lot of those states. Other states like Oregon, Washington, Louisiana, stuff as well. That could have technically been in play either way if there was a massive landslide in either direction. So honestly, that is one thing I will definitely give CNN credit for, is they're actually erring on the side of caution when it comes to there being some massive landslide. Though, I gotta kind of thank Fox for actually just calling the states towards the end, considering, yeah, that's kind of just getting ridiculous. Considering just why the hell did it take for so long for all those networks to start calling Georgia, for fuck's sakes, when it was very clear that Trump had fucking won the state already. But yeah. Guess one other thing I kind of have to mention for the election here is just Trump increasing his vote count from 2016 to 2020 and is now going to be increasing his vote counts in 2024 again. Though he hasn't managed to do it yet, but he's without question going to have a higher vote count than what he did in 2020, considering California, Oregon, Washington still haven't fucking finished counting their goddamn votes, and Trump only right now needs like 1.2 million more votes to beat out what he had in 2020. And honestly, taking a look at what's left in each state currently, from what I can tell, it might be possible for Trump to actually get up to like maybe 78 or possibly even 79 million votes. Though I'm not exactly sure if the current margins are going to hold. But assuming they do, Trump probably is going to get up there and get very close to the 81 million votes that Biden apparently got. But yeah, Trump managed to go from working at McDonald's to being a garbage man to becoming the president all in just over a week. He is truly the American dream. Oh god. Seriously, Trump's campaign is just ridiculous. It's fucking great, but ridiculous at the same time. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say for all that. So I'll just go ahead and end this here at this point. So yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this video here. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.